Everyone keeps talking about the whole, hey, here's how you can make $1,000 a day with AI. Truth be told, those videos end up making those people more money than the people who were watching the videos. I'm just going to let you in on a secret. But I'm going to tell you a tangible thing that I'm doing to improve the quality of my business, and you can see some of it right here. So right here, what I have is a automation running where essentially I had a new productive brew I made, which is the podcast I do. That's short form, like 5 to 10 minutes of me talking about a business concept or personal development concept. And this is taking that audio and transcribing it and then putting it into a newsletter with ChatGPT and MailChimp to have it all set up for an assistant to quickly schedule. Now, guess what my unfair advantage is as a content creator? If you've been a fan of the channel for a while, you know it's the fact that I like to talk and won't shut up. Post every day on YouTube. I post weekly on my podcast, and we even have guests on. So between that, the YouTube channel, there's a lot of stuff going on. And I appreciate that there is a fair amount of work I put into it. But what I did in order to make an AI business is I found out my unfair advantage. And that unfair advantage was talking a lot and then augmenting that talking with writing done through AI, as well as just augmenting the workflows with automation. First things first, anytime you're going to want to build a business is you got to figure out what you're good at. And like I said, for me, it's producing a lot of content just verbally and or being on camera. But for you, it might be something different. Maybe you're good at the writing and you need to augment the video side of it with AI. Maybe you're good at a different thing. Maybe you're good at sales and you need the fulfillment of a product to be done through AI. All these things are something that you need to consider in order to start your first AI business. So my first recommendation is figuring out your unfair advantage, like in this situation where I'm sitting here and we got this AI newsletter written that obviously if I was working with a company and I wanted to turn people's YouTube videos or some bullet points into newsletters, I would be able to do this very quickly because I get how this kind of stuff works and maybe they don't. Number two, I would then recommend after you figure out what your unfair advantage is, you utilize tools that are AI focused in order to improve the quality and the quantity of what you're doing. So at a baseline, I've started to do something like content services with my few different clients I have. I work with companies like Morgan, Testimonial, and a couple other ones that I'm starting to work with. And I'm getting these recurring videos come to me because I have augmented my skills with AI and automation in order to improve the quality of the product I'm giving them. Now, say they ended up wanting more things like newsletters. I can use AI tools in order to give them consistent quality content more often. There's this tool called Autopod, which I would recommend anybody who uses Premiere Pro check out. It's an extension that basically allows you to jump cut, you can see here, between all the different dead spaces when you speak. I had a process for this that would take like 5-10 minutes in Premiere Pro, but now I can give this plugin to someone that's my editor and they can just press 50 decibel cutoff, create jump cuts, and then magically it'll cut the space between it and it improves the quality of the content by not having weird dead space differences. And it also increases the amount of content I can make because the hours of the editor is just going to go down. I'm going to be able to produce more content because this does this. It does it for podcasts, so just audio, it does it for video. It's extremely useful. So looking for AI tools like this in order to improve the quality of what you're doing and the quantity of what you're doing is going to take you a notch above your competitors. Just like me, I can keep talking, which is my unfair advantage, and I can find tools to then allow the editing workflow to keep up at a similar pace to how much I can output verbally. Tangibly right now, what I'm able to do is I have a job. I'm working as the face of a company for like 4 apps right now. And I post every day on YouTube and I have these podcasts. If you think I'm doing this magically with like 200 milligrams of caffeine at most per day, you're crazy. I'm doing it smart. I'm not just doing it through sheer willpower. I only really work like 60 hours a week, which considering how much stuff I just said, kind of makes no sense. Objectively, all those things I listed out, including the podcast, including the newsletters that I post weekly, it shouldn't be possible. But it's because I'm doing it smart and I'm producing a lot of good quality stuff with this AI content. It's like just taking AI and putting it onto the internet is not good. Taking you and putting it onto the internet and augmenting it with things like AI is the right thing to do though. I would definitely recommend you doing some research on what tools can augment your skill set with AI, an API connection, and automation software like Make.com and Zapier. If you want to learn more how to improve your productivity, I would check out this video right here.